Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about the ethical dilemma in the emerging IT field, which is artificial intelligence. To start off, let's talk a little bit about the infamous trolley problem, which was brought to attention by a British philosopher called Philippa Foot. First, take a look at this picture. Imagine you're this person here standing on the side of the runaway trolley tracks. You're presented with the two options. First, to leave it as it is, where the trolley would kill 5 people on the track, or to pull the lever where the trolley would turn right and kill only 1 person instead of 5. So there's no white and black solution that indicates which one is better, which one is good, which one is bad. Every contemplation, as described by Lawrence C. Becker in his paper, has good and bad effects. This is why it is called ethical dilemma. And if it is hard for humans like us to decide, can you imagine how much harder it would be for robots? The trolley problem nowadays are present in the autonomous vehicle. Using complex algorithms, the self-driving car is programmed to be able to make decisions on its own. Similar to the trolley problem, the vehicle in this picture is presented with the two options. One is to stay on the lane and crash and kill the 3 passengers it is carrying, or to make a left and kill the 5 pedestrians while saving the 3 passengers in the car. In artificial intelligence, programmers have the extent control to determine how the machine should learn and hence make its decisions. This is why the biggest dilemma in autonomous vehicle is in setting the priority. How much weight should be put into each factor, such as is it supposed to be the passenger safety, pedestrian safety, the amount of the injured, or the level of their deliberateness? The consequentialism theory is a theory that whether something is good or bad depends on its outcome. The action that causes more benefit than harm should be chosen. So let's list it down for the two options here. If the first option is chosen, then the harm would be 3 passengers. Whereas if the second is chosen, then 5 pedestrians are harmed, which is more. But what about the benefit? If the first is chosen, the vehicle only saves its energy by not having to turn left. But if the second is chosen, the vehicle actually earns more credibility by successfully keeping its passengers safe. So the list could go on, but is it really an apple-to-apple comparison? In Foot's paper, she mentioned that we as a human have a higher obligation, moral obligation to not injure than we have to help. So if we were to apply it in our case, there should be more weight to not kill anyone than it is to save energy or to earn credibility. So now we can condense the problem down into just its bad consequences. Let's focus on that. In the same paper, Foot also introduces double effect. The doctrine allows an action that results both good and bad effects only when consequences are foreseeable, not intentional. So if the vehicle stays on the lane, like in option 1, it could foresee the killing of 3 passengers. But if the vehicle makes a left, the action becomes intentional, so the killing becomes intentional. So not only the second option makes us kill more individuals, but it will also turn the killing consequences from foreseeable to intentional. In artificial intelligence, the one decision for one car could be studied by other cars. So now let's analyze the problem using Kant's theory of consistency. If option 1 is chosen, then it means the vehicle prioritizes its own passenger safety. The question is, what if all vehicles in the road that are self-driving acted the same way? So then wouldn't every car bump into each other because it is prioritizing itself? On the other hand, if option 2 is chosen, then it means the vehicle is prioritizing its surrounding. Then if all vehicles are not prioritizing their passengers, then who would want to ride this car? It will be unsafe for the passengers. So other than passengers and pedestrians that we'll talk about, there is actually one largely impacted stakeholder, which would be the car manufacturer. The National Transport Commission have declared that in the case of accident, the owner could still receive infringement notice, but they can also nominate the manufacturer as the responsible party. To prevent this from happening, Tesla has put out a requirement for all drivers to always put their hands on the wheel in the anticipation of accidents happening. At the end of the day, the ethical dilemma could not be solved algorithmically. There is no set of instructions to construct the way we weight ethically which one is more important. Is it the passenger safety, pedestrian safety, etc.? But I would still choose option 1, where there's less harm and the consequences are not intentional. Moreover, I do believe the passengers riding the vehicle should be aware of the risks, unlike the pedestrian who does not even have any idea of the existence of the car. I believe in the future there would be even more complicated problems in AI. I think as a human, we should not lose control over it as much as possible. We should be responsible. This would be This would simplify many things in the future.